Hey good everybody, it's me, Copper Puppet, and I'm back along with today's video. Today I have for you guys another Reddit one. You guys really seem to like these Reddit videos, and I enjoy making them. My editor enjoys editing them, and I actually got a request to do this Reddit, and hopefully you watch the video. I mean, if you don't, then okay. So we have r/entitled parents. So this will be interesting. So basically, it's a place where you put all those wonderful stories of moms or dads thinking that because they have children, they're entitled to everything. And some stories can be about spoiled children with their entitled parents. So we'll get on to that right now. So let's go. Let's go first. Let's go to top of all time. Let's go. So here we go. We have, my parents found out that I have money. Wants me to give it all to them. Oh, here we go. I made this account just post because they won't stop bugging me. Okay. Backstory. So my parents disowned me for being an atheist. My family is very religious. They will lock, I'm going to say look at you like trash if you say you don't believe in God. They kicked me out and didn't support me through college, my last year of college. And I haven't spoken to them for almost 3 years now. Just a few weeks ago, I got word from my cousin that my little sister got hospitalized due to a dengue. I don't even know. I don't want to visit her, but she was about to be discharged. Oh, cool. When I got there, it was just my little sister in a room. I asked where my parents were, and she said they were trying to raise funds for the hospital bill. Turns out my parents' medical insurance didn't cover most of the hospital and left a large out-of-pocket, around 26 Philippine pesos. If there were only Filipinos out there, you know this is a large amount already. Sounds like a lot. Fortunately, I was able to save up a lot of the past year, so I went ahead and paid for it. Then when my parents came back, I told them sorry to have been paid for and that we're just waiting for the discharge orders. The first questions they ask is, why I was there? And where did I get the money from? I explained our cousin told me what happened, and I was saving money for my little sister's college. They didn't even thank me. And the next question they asked is how much money I had saved. I didn't get them the amount, but they said that I insisted I should give it to them since my sister was living with them. I told them no, and that I would give it to my sister personally when she enters college. It's her last year of high school. That wasn't good enough for them. They kept saying they need the money, but won't even specify what the money will be for. I didn't budge. A week passed, and they still don't stop bugging me, calling me ungrateful to them as my parents, so on and so forth. You can ask my girlfriend to have her talk to me about giving them the money. Well then, that is entitled parents. I mean, you kicked your kid out because he was an atheist. But you kicked your kid out because he's an atheist, and then you're asking for his money. Do you think he's ever gonna give you 1 red cent? He already did a huge favor for you, paying the bills so you didn't have to. It's like, sure. Alright, so we have, I am the CEO here, boys. Bear with me here, people, I'm on mode. Alright, whatever. About a year ago, I was running a small video game tournament in the small company I own. The waitlist had a full list of 16 people and was fine until one person ruined it for all. I'm not sure what EP is, but that's okay. So, EP, take a guess. EK, yeah, me. EK, yeah, me, LMAO. So we're starting up the games when a dad ran into the store with his son. EP, we're here for this tournament. Me, oh sorry, but the list is full. EP, well then, make some room. Me, I can't do that. Listen, I'll get you fired with a push a button. Me, how? I've been friends with the CEO of this company for a long time. Then call him. I want you to make a fake few phone calls and hang up. EP, he says you're fired. Me, that's funny considering I'm the CEO. Ouch. Oh, that's a yikes. It's like, it's one thing to lie and not get caught. It's another thing to lie and get caught by the person who you're up to calling and telling the CEO of the company that the CEO said that the CEO was fired. Anyways, S, I witnessed EM getting destroyed. I saw this today and I can't stop. I was driving in my city metro, and it wasn't that much crowded at the time, but the seats were occupied. Still, you could freely stand without being humped by a stranger, okay? There was this kid sitting in the reverse seats, the ones for people with handicaps, pregnant women, and old people. Definitely not for moms of 2-year-olds. He was probably 14 or 15. IDK, he's the hero of the story here. Then at 1 star, our EM comes in. She has this little cute child who is trying to keep up with his mom's pace. EM instantly sees our hero sitting at the reserve seat and just stares at him. I guess this is her way to make people automatically give away their seats or something. The kid didn't move though. This probably irked EM a lot, I guess, because she moved towards the kid with heavy steps. She comes near him, stop, and then does the stare. The kid doesn't budge. Then she starts screaming. If she didn't have the whole compartment's attention earlier, she had it now. She starts berating the kid for sitting in a reserved seat and not giving it to someone more deserving, like a mother like herself with a young kid. Kate, I don't know what her logic was. The seats aren't reserved for them. Anyways, she just keeps shouting and screaming and tries to get the other's opinion on it for a while. And for a while, people were on her side. The kid out of nowhere rolls right side of his jeans up and detaches the artificial leg and keeps it in front of EM. The look on her face was priceless. It looks like she was mortified and embarrassed at the same time. She's backed away silently and got off on the next stop. I don't think that was her stop. Oh, you know what? It's one thing to be rude to somebody who's like let's say this place is reserved for somebody like it's reserved for handicapped people who like can't get in there. And good enough, but this 14 or 15-year-old boy is sitting there. He's got a prosthetic underneath his jean, as you do. So whatever, prosthetic underneath his jean. You can't see it because some people are embarrassed about it. And you know what? That's fine. That's all them. That's all they are. So here we are. So he's just sitting there, and he's sitting there because, well, it's a handicap spot. And he technically is handicapped in a way, and I'm not going to say that in a bad way because it's a good way. He's got a prosthetic. So then he comes over there, and this parent thinks that she can have that spot because she has a 2-year-old that can sit on her lap. But here is this kid, this 14 or 15-year-old kid with a prosthetic leg who's sitting there. Again, reserved for handicapped, pregnant people, elderly, and you guys get the gist of it. You know who it's reserved for. All right? Or people with like pregnant or strollers or something. That's who it's reserved for. Or, like I said, people with prosthetics. So this parent's like, I've got a kid, so I own everything. I'm gonna go here and make this kid move. Well, the kid just sat there like a hero and didn't move a bit. So I mean, that's amazing. That's large, medium, small. You're my child. I have the right to poison you. Alright then. I'm allergic to fish and seafood. It's not the anaphylactic type of allergy, thank goodness, so I'm not going to die if I eat some, but I do throw up. I have a stomachache and massive headache for a few hours. I have fish and I break out small red hands and over my arms. Yeah, you don't mess around with allergies because 1 minute it could be just hives, and next minute your tongue could swell up and you could die. My mother didn't believe it as a child. And as a child, I couldn't stand up to her properly. She'd force me to eat stuff with seafood or fish in it to prove I wasn't allergic, then ignore me as I was sick. One day she had the dinner party. I was dressed up beautifully and trotted out to parade before the guests. At the time I was around 9. Crazed for my age and absolutely fed up with my mother making me sick when she held out a fish cooked with vegetables rolled into a ball covered in batter and fried for me to eat. I saw my chance. Me loud, I can't eat that, I'm allergic to fish. Mother, no you're not, eat it. Me, I'm allergic, I'll throw up. No, okay. Mother would back down in front of guests for fear of looking like she can't discipline her child. Mother grabbed the fish cutlet, shoved it in her mouth, and said in her most firm voice of command, eat it. Eat. So I ate it. Cut to about 10 minutes. I go up to Mother and tug on her Sarah to get her attention. Mom, I don't feel. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh. She never made me eat fish or seafood again. She got every ounce of what she deserved. Yam brings her 4 kids to an adult-only wedding. I attended an adult-only wedding for a coworker a few days ago. The actual ceremony was a very small church. It was mostly family and close friends, but the reception was roughly about 250 people. That's pretty big. I've catered, and that's big. The reception was at a very elegant hotel ballroom. Not child-friendly in any way. Crystal stemware, expensive linens, and etc. About a half hour into the reception, a commotion started that made everyone stare. EM is arguing with the wedding planner loudly. Being the most noisy... What am I got on my leg? I'm literally dying over here. Being the most nosy... Okay, and I inch closer to hear. Turns out EM brought her 4 young children to the reception. Even though the invitations clearly said adults only, the EM insists that her kids, I'm guessing at ages, but the oldest one looked 8 and the youngest was like under a year, okay, were super well behaved, so it's fine. Now keeping around this was 7:30. WP, the wedding planner, I'm assuming. Oh, entitled mother. Okay, EM. Wedding planner was having nothing, so she said that her children were not allowed to, and she had to leave. In a last-ditch effort to get admitted, EM shouted at the bride. The bride went over and listened to her for a moment and said in a syrupy, sweet voice, "Of course you come in entitled mother, but your children cannot." She turned on her heel and went back to her new husband. Ian flipped the nut, yelling about how she was invited, couldn't find a babysitter, etc. 3 of the grooms and escorted her and her kids to the door. I mean, just follow what it says. Just follow what it says. Come on, just don't be an idiot. Follow what it says. Please. Follow what it says. Alright. I have to go through these small ones. Because if I don't, they're just so long. And Karen thinks I can't understand her language. Alright. On mobile, sorry in advance. I took my kid, 7, to an animal sanctuary. I'm assuming 7, okay. They announced that they would be feeding a baby sloth at this time. So my kiddo and I head over to wait. My kiddo was right at the front, close enough to look the sloth in the eye. Karen was standing to the right of my kiddo, whose son, who looked to be about 11 years old, comes shooting through the crowd and stands right in front of my kid. My kid had a list of neurological disorders and can't yet navigate the finer points of social interaction, so she freezes and starts to tear up. The following exchange occurs, entitled Mom, entitled Kid. Me. Okay, cool. Me, excuse me, you're standing in front of my daughter. I'm entitled Kid, down front look, doesn't move. Me, hey bud, can you please move to your right? You're blocking my daughter. EK decided to give his tuck and replied, so? Me, don't be so rude, move please. Yeah, I mean Hindi TK. Ignore this stupid stuff. Oh, buddy. Me, push his kid in front of ass hacking, but then quietly EM to EM in Hindi. Auntie, this flat nose. Oh, ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. When you try to speak in a different language, except they know that language. So this happened to us. We were getting new screen doors put in the farmhouse. And so my grandpa was there. And my grandpa used to usually work overseas. He used to work in Kazakhstan and on the oil rigs for Saipar drilling. And he knew Russian and a bunch of other languages because he had to be able to talk to the people in Kazakhstan and Russia, which is usually Russian. Now, so these people who were installing our new doors and windows, they were Russian. Now, they were... and they were talking quite bad about our family and how we have this very rundown home. And we didn't. We didn't have a rundown home. Our home was nice. We had a nice home. You know, home is where the heart is. It doesn't matter how big our home is. But our house was quite big. But apparently these guys didn't like it so much. So, they're snickling away in Russian and all that, and my grandpa just walks over to him and in Russian says, "Get out. Now." In Russian. And like, their eyes just went, "Ding!" And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what just happened? And they grabbed their stuff and scurried away, got in their van and drove off, and they left the doors because what are they gonna say? Hey, we want our money back. And they're gonna go, my grandpa is gonna go straight to the Redmonds and be like, yeah, this, and this. And they'll be like, yep, you can keep it. Anyways, so let's continue. Another small one. I think we have time for one more. At 2 days past my due date, I shouldn't have used the expectant mothers / parents with small children pregnant spot. What? My pregnancy was up okay until last month. It was 95 degrees and I was retaining so much water. My sandals hardly fit on the biggest setting and I was constantly playing. It sucked. I waddled to the store for a couple of last minute things for the baby. And I was solar evil and there was a park spot for pregos and parents near the entrance. I pulled in and took a few moments to chug water and gather my things when I noticed a car pull up to my left. They were half in the handicapped stall and yelling something out the window. I rolled down my window and hear, "You shouldn't be parked in that spot, you don't have kids. My son should have to walk from the back of the parking lot," or something to that effect. I was a little stunned to be yelled at, to be honest. I calmly told her that I was very pregnant and this stall was for pregnant women too. Kept talking to her son, but at me. You know what I mean? "Sorry son, you'll have to walk in the heat because this lady parked in our spot." So I opened my door, hoisted my giant land whale-esque body out of my car. She was still turning around talking to her son when she finally saw me. I was about 3 feet away from her window. I bent down, though I tilted my head down and said, "Do you see how pregnant I am? I think you and your son will be okay walking." Then I saw the son. He was like 7. The kid can walk. Oh, what? What? No. This lady is out here in so much pain, having to go to the store to grab a few more things so her baby is happy and nourished and healthy. And she parks in the stall because she can barely walk because she's retaining so much water. That happens when you're pregnant. Apparently, I've heard things. and I've heard this from a select few people.
Mother.
And that happens. I think that's my editor. So yeah, it's like the kid's 7. Wait a minute. What? Chill. It's like 7. The kid's 7! Alright, we got time for one more. In time, Mama joins our Skype call after we kill our son repeatedly in Minecraft. No, I have to see that. I'm so glad we continued. I was playing on the Minecraft server with 5 friends at the time this happened, and the new kid joined our game and our Skype call. He kept breaking our builds and demanding we give him stuff. We originally started to ban him, but we wanted to have some fun, so we kept killing him. The Skype call was basically 6 guys laughing and a little kid screaming, calling us hackers. We were talking on Skype when entitled Mother called. Let my son play on the server, you ungrateful. No, we said. No, we all said at the same time. My husband's a lawyer, he will sue you and I will call the police for harassment. Shut up, lady. Don't you talk to me like that. My son deserves all your items more than all of you combined. F off, woman. You're not allowed to F the squirrel. Only I'm allowed to use that kind of language. One of us makes a Christian Minecraft server mean, and she gets really big. How dare you insult my religion? You're all going to hell. Alright? Where do you live? We start making up right. We start making out like 69 and yes! Oh, yes, that is beautiful. Alrighty, everybody, that is all for me today. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Please remember, if you did, smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.